Beloved soul, stay with me and let your heart settle, because this message is not about pressure or ego, it is about impact. The angels say your soulmate is about to make a bold move, and what may surprise you most is this: it is happening because of you, not because you pushed, not because you demanded, but because of who you became when you chose truth, peace, and faith over fear. If this is your first time here, you are deeply welcome. And if messages like this often confirm what God has already been whispering to your spirit, I invite you to subscribe to Prophetic Message today and turn on notifications so you don't miss what heaven continues to reveal in this season. Before we go deeper, align your heart with God right now. Please write in the comments, "I give God all the glory." Or write, "I receive God's confirmation." And gently like this video as an act of faith. Now listen carefully. The angels say this bold move did not come from impulse. It came from conviction. Your soulmate has been watching the way you carry yourself, especially when things were unclear. They saw how you did not chase, how you did not manipulate, how you did not compromise your values just to keep a connection alive, and something inside them shifted. You became a mirror. The angels say your peace did what words never could. It exposed what real love requires. It showed them that love is not proven by promises, but by courage, not by comfort, but by action, and that realization awakened something powerful inside them. Sometimes love does not move until truth is encountered. The angels say this bold move may look different than what you expect. It could be a clear conversation, a decisive step forward, a confession they have been holding back, or a visible action that leaves no room for doubt. Whatever form it takes, it will feel intentional, not dramatic. Bold does not mean chaotic. Bold means aligned. The angels say it is happening because you stopped trying to control outcomes and started trusting God. That trust removed pressure from the connection and allowed honesty to rise. When someone feels emotionally safe, they stop hiding behind hesitation. Safety invites courage. The angels say your soulmate is realizing that staying silent now would cost them more than speaking up. Remaining passive would mean losing alignment, and they are no longer willing to risk that. This is not fear-driven. It is value-driven. Proverbs 16:9 tells us that the heart plans the way, but the Lord directs the steps. God has been directing this step quietly, patiently, and with precision. The angels say do not be surprised if this bold move feels calm when it happens. Peace often accompanies right decisions. You may feel a deep exhale in your spirit, a sense of finally. That is confirmation. Confirmation does not shout. It settles. The angels say this move is not about proving love to you. It is about aligning with truth. Your soulmate knows now that love like this cannot remain unexpressed without consequence. And because you chose self-respect over anxiety, they are choosing courage over delay. Your obedience inspired theirs. The angels say heaven is also reminding you not to rush your response. You do not need to match boldness with urgency. Receive with wisdom, listen with peace. Let actions speak fully before conclusions are made. Boldness is revealed over time by consistency. Isaiah 32:17 says the fruit of righteousness is peace. Peace will remain your guide before, during, and after this moment. The angels say remember this, you did not change yourself to provoke a reaction. You became yourself, and that authenticity awakened courage in someone else. That is influence. That is alignment. Beloved soul, stay right here in this calm awareness, because the angels say the bold move is only the beginning, not the conclusion. Heaven wants you to understand what comes after courage, so you do not misread momentum or respond from emotion instead of wisdom. The angels say when your soulmate makes this bold move, it will not feel dramatic or overwhelming. It will feel clear, clear in tone, clear in intention, clear in direction. You will not need to decode meanings or replay conversations in your mind. Clarity will replace guessing. That clarity is God's signature. The angels say this move is happening because your soulmate finally understood something crucial. Doing nothing was becoming a decision and not the right one. Silence was no longer neutral. Delay was no longer safe. And once that realization settled, courage followed naturally. Courage always follows truth. The angels say your consistency showed them that love does not beg to be chosen. Love stands firm and allows others to rise or fall by their own decisions. That posture awakened respect, not fear. Respect produces action. The angels say this bold move will not be rushed or impulsive. It has been prayed through, weighed carefully, considered deeply. That is why it carries peace instead of anxiety. God does not release action until the heart is aligned. Aligned action feels calm. The angels say do not feel pressure to respond immediately or perfectly. You are allowed to listen. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to sit with what is spoken and pray before responding. God does not require instant answers when covenant-level truth is shared. Wisdom takes space. The angels say heaven is watching how you receive, not how you impress. Receiving with peace tells God you are ready for what comes next. Receiving with fear tells him healing is still needed. Trust the peace that has been guarding you. Peace is your compass. The angels say after this bold move, there may be a brief period of adjustment, not confusion, but realignment. When truth is spoken openly, both hearts recalibrate. This is normal. Let it happen without rushing to label or define everything. Let truth settle. The angels say do not test this moment by pulling away or demanding reassurance. Let consistency unfold naturally. Boldness proves itself through follow-through, not intensity. Time reveals fruit. The angels say something freeing now. You are not responsible for maintaining this momentum. God is. What God initiates, he sustains. Your role is to remain prayerful, grounded, and honest. God carries what he starts. The angels say this bold move is not about control or possession. It is about alignment and responsibility. And because it is rooted in truth, it will not disturb your peace, it will deepen it. Deep peace is confirmation. The angels say if at any point peace leaves, pause, do not panic, pause and pray. God will redirect gently if needed. He never lades through pressure. God lades through peace. Beloved soul, stay grounded, stay discerning, stay open without leaning forward. Heaven is guiding this moment carefully. And now write this in the comments with quiet faith and readiness. I receive with wisdom. The angels say your soulmate's bold move is not emotional, it is intentional. And because it was inspired by your obedience and God's timing, what follows will unfold with clarity, stability, and peace. Beloved soul, remain present in this calm confidence, because the angels say this is where boldness begins to prove itself through steadiness. Heaven wants you to understand that the true measure of a bold move is not how striking it feels in the moment, but how faithfully it is carried forward afterward. The angels say once your soulmate takes this step, you will notice a shift that feels grounding rather than overwhelming. Their words will not contradict their actions. Their actions will not fade with time. What was once uncertain will begin to feel predictably safe, and that safety is not boredom, it is trust being built. Trust is born when consistency replaces guessing. The angels say your soulmate is aware that courage must now be protected by discipline. They know that speaking up was only the doorway. Walking forward with integrity is the real work. And because this move was inspired by truth, not desperation, they are prepared for that responsibility. Responsibility keeps courage alive. The angels say you may feel a temptation to revisit old fears once things start moving. This is normal. Old patterns try to resurface when new stability appears. But heaven gently reminds you, this is not a repeat season. You are not who you were when fear had authority over your decisions. Fear no longer leads you. The angels say allow yourself to receive what is being offered without bracing for loss. Bracing was necessary before. It is not necessary now. God would not bring you to this point only to abandon you to uncertainty. God finishes what he begins. The angels say something important now. This bold move was not triggered by jealousy, fear of competition, or pressure from circumstances. It was triggered by respect. Respect for your values, respect for your boundaries, respect for the peace you carry. Respect is the foundation of covenant. Covenant grows where respect remains. The angels say heaven is also reminding you to remain yourself. Do not shrink to keep things smooth. Do not perform to maintain momentum. Authenticity is what ignited courage in the first place. It will also sustain it. Be who you are without apology. The angels say as things unfold, you will feel your intuition sharpen, not dull. You will sense when to speak and when to wait, when to move and when to rest. God is guiding you step by step, not leaving you to guess. Guidance replaces anxiety. The angels say if questions arise, bring them to God before bringing them to people. Prayer keeps perspective clean. God will show you what needs to be addressed and what needs to be left alone. Clarity grows in prayer. The angels say this bold move has opened a door, but you do not need to rush through it. Walk through it at a pace that keeps peace intact. God is not impressed by speed. He is pleased by obedience. Obedience brings peace. Beloved soul, stay grounded in gratitude. Stay anchored in wisdom. Stay open without surrendering discernment. Heaven is still guiding every detail. And if it rests gently in your heart, hold this truth quietly, and if you wish, in the comments as well. I walk forward in peace. The angels say courage has already spoken. Now faithfulness will follow. And as it does, you will recognize that this season is not about proving love. It is about building something real, guided by God and protected by peace. Beloved soul, remain steady in this peace, because the angels say this is the season where faith is rewarded with reassurance, not confusion. Heaven wants you to understand that once courage is shown, God watches what follows, not to test you, but to stabilize what he is forming. The angels say you may notice that after this bold move, your soulmate becomes more emotionally present. Not louder, not more dramatic, but more available. They listen differently. They show up differently. They make space for you in ways that feel natural, not forced. This is the fruit of courage guided by sincerity. Sincerity brings safety. The angels say this person is now aware that boldness without follow-through would damage trust, and because trust matters to them, they are choosing steadiness over spectacle. God honors this choice because it protects both hearts. Protection always precedes permanence. The angels say do not measure this season by intensity, measure it by peace that remains. If peace stays before, during, and after interaction, you are aligned. God does not lead his children through emotional whiplash when destiny connections are unfolding. Peace is heaven's language. The angels say something gentle now. You are allowed to enjoy this moment without preparing for loss. Joy does not invite disappointment when God is involved. Fear does, and fear no longer has permission to guide you. Joy is safe here. The angels say your soulmate's bold move was sparked by your authenticity, but what sustains it will be mutual truth. Speak honestly when needed. Listen openly when invited. Love grows when truth flows both ways. Truth builds trust quietly. The angels say heaven is also reminding you not to rush definitions. Allow clarity to mature. Let actions speak repeatedly before conclusions are drawn. God values patience because patience protects peace. Patience guards what matters. The angels say you are entering a stage where prayer shifts from will they to how do we. That shift signals readiness for partnership, not just connection. Partnership requires alignment. The angels say keep your heart open, but your foundation firm. Do not abandon discernment, but do not armor yourself either. Balance is your strength now. Balanced hearts endure. The angels say whatever unfolds next will not require you to compromise who you are. You will not need to chase reassurance or manufacture closeness. What is from God unfolds without pressure. Pressure is not your portion. Beloved soul, continue to walk forward calmly. Continue to let peace lead. Continue to trust the God who has guided every step to this point. And if it rests gently in your spirit, hold this truth quietly, and if you wish, in the comments as well. I trust what God is building. The angels say courage has opened the door. Faithfulness is now furnishing the room, and what God is building in this season will not be unstable. It will be secure, steady, and guided by peace. Beloved soul, stay gently grounded, because the angels say this is where assurance replaces anticipation. Heaven wants you to understand that you are not waiting for something fragile to prove itself. You are witnessing something solid take shape. The pace may feel slower than emotion expects, but it is exactly the pace that builds trust. The angels say your soulmate's bold move has shifted the atmosphere between you. There is less tension, less guessing, less wondering where you stand. In its place is a quiet steadiness that feels safe. Safe to speak honestly, safe to be yourself, safe to breathe. That safety is not accidental. It is God's confirmation that this connection is being handled with care. Care protects what matters. The angels say you may notice how communication becomes simpler, not more frequent, but more meaningful. Words are chosen thoughtfully. Promises are not exaggerated. There is a sincerity that feels refreshing because it does not need embellishment. Sincerity does not rush. The angels say heaven is also reminding you to remain present. Do not leap ahead mentally. Do not relive old fears emotionally. Stay here where peace is. God is not asking you to manage the future. He is inviting you to trust Him with it. Trust keeps your heart light. The angels say this season will teach you how to receive consistency without suspicion. In the past, consistency may have felt unfamiliar, even unsettling, but now it feels grounding. That shift tells heaven that healing has taken root. Healing allows rest. The angels say your soulmate is learning how to love with responsibility, not just intention. They are becoming aware that boldness opened the door, but faithfulness will keep it open. That awareness is shaping their choices quietly and steadily. Faithfulness is love in motion. The angels say if moments of silence come, do not interpret them as distance. Silence here is not avoidance, it is integration. God often allows quiet so hearts can align without distraction. Quiet refines clarity. The angels say remain honest about your needs without fear of disruption. Truth spoken gently strengthens connection. It does not weaken it. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for what is real. Real love welcomes truth. The angels say this is not a season for testing hearts or creating uncertainty to feel secure. It is a season for receiving stability. Stability may feel unfamiliar at first, but it is your portion now. Stability brings peace. The angels say heaven is pleased with how you have carried yourself, calm, discerning, and open. You did not chase the bold move. You did not manipulate outcomes. You trusted God, and God honored that trust. Trust is always rewarded. Beloved soul, continue to walk forward gently. Let peace lead every step. Let prayer shape every response. Let time reveal every truth. Beloved soul, stay in this gentle stillness, because the angels say this is where peace becomes your confirmation, not excitement. Heaven wants you to recognize that what you are feeling now is not the absence of movement, but the presence of security. Security does not rush to announce itself. It settles, it steadies, it holds. The angels say your soulmate's bold move has already changed something important inside you. You no longer feel the need to protect yourself from disappointment in the same way. Your guard is lower, not because you are careless, but because God has shown you that this connection is being handled with care. Care creates room for trust. Trust grows where pressure is absent. The angels say your soulmate is now learning how to maintain courage, not just initiate it. Initiation takes bravery, maintenance takes character, and character is being formed quietly right now. You may not see every detail, but you will feel the outcome through consistency. Consistency calms the heart. The angels say heaven is also reminding you not to replay the moment of boldness over and over, looking for reassurance. Replaying keeps you in the past. Receiving keeps you in the present. God is present here, guiding what is unfolding step by step. Stay where peace is. The angels say there is wisdom in allowing this connection to deepen naturally. Depth does not require speed. It requires honesty, patience, and shared intention. Those three are present now, even if they are not loud. Depth is built in quiet. The angels say you are entering a season where mutual effort feels balanced. You are not carrying the emotional weight alone. You are not initiating every conversation. You are not guessing where you stand. Balance is returning, and balance is a sign of alignment. Alignment brings ease. The angels say if old thoughts try to surface, thoughts that say, "What if this changes?" acknowledge them without giving them power. Those thoughts are echoes, not warnings. God has already addressed what needs to be addressed. Echoes fade when peace speaks louder. The angels say heaven is pleased that you did not rush to define everything immediately. You allowed space for truth to prove itself. That restraint protected both of you. God often uses restraint to guard what is valuable. What is valuable is protected. The angels say continue to let prayer be your anchor, not prayer from anxiety, but prayer from gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what God is doing right now. Gratitude strengthens trust. The angels say something gentle now. You are allowed to feel joy without guilt. You are allowed to feel hopeful without fear. This season is not here to test you. It is here to reward obedience. Obedience brings peace. Beloved soul, remain calm, remain discerning, remain open. Heaven is still guiding every detail with precision and care. Beloved soul, remain here in this steady calm, because the angels say this is where peace turns into quiet confidence. Heaven wants you to recognize that you are no longer navigating uncertainty, you are learning how to rest inside alignment. That is why your heart feels lighter, even when nothing dramatic is happening on the outside. The angels say your soulmate's bold move has created a new foundation. From this place, communication no longer feels fragile, it feels honest. You can sense when something needs to be spoken and when silence is simply space being respected. That discernment is a gift God is giving you now. Discernment protects peace. The angels say your soulmate is becoming more aware that love must be sustained intentionally. They are not relying on emotion to keep things moving. They are choosing presence. They are choosing reliability. They are choosing to show up in ways that are consistent, not convenient. Consistency builds safety. The angels say heaven is reminding you not to look for signs in every small moment. Alignment does not need constant confirmation. It becomes obvious over time. God wants you to enjoy the unfolding instead of monitoring it. Monitoring creates tension. Trust creates rest. The angels say this season is teaching you how to receive without bracing. In the past, receiving love may have required vigilance. Now, receiving feels natural. That shift means healing has settled deeper than you realized. Healing allows ease. The angels say your soulmate's courage was inspired by your authenticity, but what sustains this connection will be shared truth. Speak gently when needed, listen fully when invited. Love grows where truth is safe. Truth thrives in safety. The angels say heaven is pleased with how you are handling this moment, grounded, prayerful, and present. You are not rushing outcomes. You are not retreating into fear. You are allowing God to lead. God leads through peace. The angels say if there is a next step, it will come without pressure. You will not feel cornered or rushed. You will feel ready. Readiness is calm, not anxious. Calm readiness is confirmation. The angels say continue to keep your life full. Continue to nurture your faith, your joy, and your purpose. Love aligned with God does not ask you to shrink your world. It expands it. Aligned love expands life. The angels say when you look back on this season later, you will recognize it as the moment where trust replaced survival. That is a sacred transition, and heaven honors it. Beloved soul, stay steady, stay open, stay anchored in prayer and peace. God is not finished, He is faithful. Beloved soul, receive this final word with a settled heart, because the angels say this season is closing with assurance, not uncertainty. Heaven is not leaving you in questions. God is sealing what has been revealed so you can move forward without fear, without guessing, and without emotional strain. The angels say the bold move your soulmate made was not meant to excite you temporarily. It was meant to establish direction. And now that direction is becoming clear, steady, and safe, you are no longer standing at the edge wondering what might happen. You are standing on ground that God has already prepared. Prepared ground does not shift beneath you. The angels say your soulmate's courage was awakened by who you are, but what sustains this connection is who God is forming both of you to be. This is no longer about reaction. It is about responsibility, alignment, and shared intention. That is why peace has remained. God does not confirm destiny connections through chaos. Peace is heaven's confirmation. The angels say you are not required to do anything extra right now. No chasing, no testing, no overthinking. Your obedience has already spoken. Your calm has already communicated trust. God is handling what you cannot see. Rest is obedience in this season. The angels say if anything unfolds next, it will unfold naturally. Conversations will feel right-timed. Decisions will feel grounded. Movement will feel mutual. You will not feel rushed, pressured, or confused. Confusion is not your portion. The angels say remember this truth as you move forward. Love aligned with God strengthens your peace, not your anxiety. If peace continues, proceed. If peace pauses, pray. God will always guide you gently. Gentle guidance is still guidance. Beloved soul, if this message has ministered to your heart, gently like this video and remain connected by subscribing to Prophetic Message today, because heaven continues to guide you with clarity, wisdom, and peace. Now seal this word by writing in the comments with confidence and gratitude. Blessed and ready. The angels say this chapter is not ending in uncertainty, it is opening into stability. What God has begun, He will sustain. Walk forward calmly, walk forward wisely. You are not alone and you are not behind. God is with you and peace will continue to lead the way.